traveling Bombay to Delhi, a flight abroad, even a 2 to 3 day work trip, and skin feel completely off. Same routine, same products, but skin feels completely different. Breakouts, dullness, that weird congested feeling. I used to think it happens only to me because I have sensitive skin. I don't, and you probably don't either. Your skin is just reacting logically to four things that hit it all at once when you travel. Let's walk through each of them and then I'll show you exactly what you need the night before every trip so none of this happens. I've cracked it, hope it helps. Now, every flight you take, it's like a desert. The flight itself, the humidity inside a plane cabin drops to under 20%. A desert sits at about 25%. You're breathing air drier than a desert for hours. Your skin loses moisture rapidly and it responds the only way it can by overproducing oil. So you land feeling greasy on top but dehydrated within. Pores are already starting to show a little more than they usually are visible. And by the time you've reached the hotel, you already feel like your skin looks like a mess. As given as it may sound, water matters a lot for your skin, whether you consume it or whether you apply it on your skin. Each time you travel to different cities, the water quality changes. And if the water is hard water, it is going to disrupt your skin barrier. At that point, just take a pause. Stop blaming your routine, stop blaming your skin. It's something that you just have to get past for the next couple of days, but you have to be mindful of the fact that water is impacting your skin and how can you reduce contact with that water on application to your face. Every time you introduce something new to your skin is going to get thrown off a little bit, and you have to give it that time and patience and not immediately rush into panic mode to treat it or fix it. Thirdly, you must be hearing about cortisol all over the internet right now. It's a good thing that it's coming to light because it's a topic that needs definite attention. One night of bad sleep, unfamiliar sounds, different time zones, it spikes up your cortisol. That's your stress hormone. And cortisol does three things to your skin at once. It breaks down your collagen, increases oil production, and triggers inflammation. You wake up in a new city after broken sleep, and your skin is already inflamed, oily, and reactive before you've even touched your skincare. And then the food, airport meals, client dinners, hotel spreads, your gut bacteria, which regularizes inflammation across your whole body, starts shifting within 48 hours of eating differently. The part nobody connects, that skin reaction doesn't show up immediately. It shows up 2 to 3 days later. You come back home and you think your skin is settling, and that's when you break out. So when your skin breaks out on a trip, it's not random, it's not sensitivity, it's four things happening together: dehydration, pH imbalance, cortisol levels spiked, and gut shift. Your skin is being completely logical, which means it's also completely preventable. Here's what I actually do. But before I get to skincare, the stuff that makes the biggest difference has nothing to do with what you pack. Before any trip, the one thing that I really force myself to do is drink a lot of water, at least a liter, if not more. The one thing I choose to do, A, I don't eat at airports. B, I try to eat healthy. I try to choose familiar meals when I'm at a restaurant. It could be something as simple as dal chawal, because I think I like to keep it very, very light to ensure my gut is not disturbed. Thirdly, protect your sleep. I know easier said than done, but it's not only requisite for complete sanity, but I think it's very, very important for your skin health. Your sleep timing, about everything. Even if you sleep late, try to wake up on time. It's not the number of hours of sleep that spike cortisol the most, it's the inconsistency of the timing. Your skin repairs in a specific biological timing. Keep that window consistent even when everything else isn't. Lastly, try to avoid overwashing your face at the hotel multiple times a day. Hard water definitely causes a lot of inflammation. Something I do the night before travel, I do a specific 3-step skin prep that works beautifully for my skin. I do a double cleanse. I do the powder cleanser and then I use a foaming cleanser and cleanse my skin thoroughly. Post that, I spritz some rose water. I love the feeling of spritzing cold rose water on my skin. Then apply facial oil, because the night before I travel, I avoid all sorts of actives. I don't use any of the exfoliants when I'm traveling. I don't risk my skin with that, because I feel your skin needs to feel very nourished and moisturized. So I apply a layer of facial oil, and then I do a slugging layer with my All Repair balm, and it's a thick layer that I apply on my skin. I'm just so satisfied because skin feels glazed and it feels super hydrated, and the next day you wake up with really fresh, bouncy skin. The night before a trip is not the night to push your skin. You want your skin to breathe, you want it calm, and you want it sealed. That's the only rule. When I'm traveling, that's the only rule that I have in mind. So next time you're packing, remember this. What you pack is not essential. It's about what you eat before you board your flight. It's about how you sleep on your trip the night prior to traveling, and what you prep your skin to be the night before. This is what decides how your skin is going to behave over the next few days of your travel, and the way you come back from it as well. Try it before your next flight and tell me in comments if anything changed for you. I'd be more than happy to know about it. And if you want me to do a similar breakdown for why your skin goes crazy around your periods, that one's even more connected than you think. I can do the same next week. Take care. Bye.